meeting them made me not as hungry. So I didn't have to say, because I'm around Too Short, I'm a rap and I'm a sign to Too Short. I was around Too Short. Too Short wanted to sign me to Jive, but I ended up signing the Bad Boy.
Mm.
Right. Eric Sermon wanted to sign me, but I'll end up signing the Bad Boy.
How do you think your life would have changed had you signed with one of them?
Um, I can honestly say that as far as life and as far as living, the things that I've been through made me so strong that I wouldn't change much about me. I just say that I'm happy with the things that I went through because maybe it wasn't meant for me to be that big superstar, because I noticed all of the biggest superstars were losing their lives. Biggie Smalls was losing his life. Well, he lost his life. You got Tupac lost his life. All of the great stars of people that we look up to, I'm like, man, I'm seeing them fall. And I was like, maybe it's just not meant for me to do that. Maybe God has a different plan for me. So maybe let me not get mad. Remember, I told you I had to learn.
Yeah.
Let me not get upset for what's not going right in my life, and let me grasp hold to who I am and make something out of myself. I'm not going to get mad about I wasn't able to have an album or rap album. Or I was like, man, that's nothing. I can move on. I can write a book. I said, most people say, hey, what happened to your music career? I said, nothing happened to it. I just ended up being an author. I'm still writing. I just don't have to make words rhyme.
Yeah. Sublimated your talents into something else.
It was a lot better because I didn't have to make forced words to fit a pattern.
Yeah.
I was like, I can just write this right here, and it's just the truth, and that means more than trying to make. It's very few words. It's not many words that you have to choose over. Crazy things like, even with feelings and the way and expressing yourself, it's not even enough words that to describe every feeling the human being goes through or on a person's mind. So words are very limited. So once we are trying to rap the truth and we're working with limited words, it's hard to express it sometimes. So what you're having is a whole bunch of different wordplay. What you hear nowadays, everybody's saying the same kind of words. So it's just like remixing the same words, the same meaning. So I was the different guy, man. I used to walk around reading thesauruses, dictionaries, different ways to say things. I never wanted to say the same thing that other people would say. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna find a different way to say the same thing, and then I'm gonna be known for that way of saying it.
Yeah. What was your first encounter with Tupac like?
Okay.
Meeting him, what was that energy like?
He used to come to the rim shop all the time. And when he come to the rim shop, that was the place to hang out. For an example, when he had the shootout with the one downtown.
Okay, downtown.
Okay, we did Too Short's car. Too Short had a Cadillac, and he wanted the Rolls Royce front put on it. So we took Tupac's car, Greg and them, and customized it, and then they put the Rolls Royce grill on it. And when Tupac, so that was from Oakland, so he was from Oakland. Everybody was coming from Oakland down here. And if you remember the Freaknik, those kind of things, where you had people from Detroit that were migrating down to Atlanta, and they'll come down with 100 cars, 100 guys, all of them money. And so you had Wisconsin that was coming. You had Minnesota that was coming. They was coming from all over the place. Oakland happened to have a crew that was coming out here. And a lot of them would leave their cars at the rim shop when they go home, or we're going to leave the car here. So we were known for working on a lot of celebrities out of Oakland's vehicle. And one of the person that sent the car down here for us to do was Tupac.
What kind of car was it?
It was the same Cadillac. He wanted the Cadillac like
Really?
Too Shorts.
Okay.
So we did his car, and then so he would come to the rim shop almost every day. It was MC Breed. You remember
before that song?
It was
Gotta Get Mine?
Itchy Band. Remember Itchy Band was
Itchy
out
Band,
here? Itchy Band Records.
Yeah.
So then that was Breed, and
Flint,
then
Michigan.
Yep, Breed ended up doing some songs with Tupac. I gotta get yours, get mine.
Yeah.
And then right around that time, everybody was at the rim shop. So when Tupac left the rim shop one day to go get some blunts, and then you sitting there, you heard someone go pop, 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 and guess what that was?
That was Pac. That was the shootout with the police. So that was downtown.
Yeah, he just left the rim shop.
Wow.
To go get some Philly blunts, and then that happened.
So So when he got in the shootout with the police, they were undercover, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't know they were just white
People
cats
in the
as far as
street.
he
Yeah.
knew.
It's probably, yeah. And
So he
Diamond
comes
D
back-
was in the car with him too.
Diamond D,
Yeah.
digging in the crates.
Yeah, digging in the crates. things that we find out years later, you
Right.
know,
Right.
and things like that.
So did he get arrested right after that took place?
Hold on. So, excuse me. So we can make sure as Diamond D was allegedly in the car. So that way, if
Duly
anyone want to
noted.
say, yeah, but
Yeah.
he was, but I just want to say that,
Yeah.
just in case.
Yes, understood.
Yes.
So when that incident took place, did Pac come back into the rim shop? Did he?
Okay.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Pac, what happened? I'm gonna give you some good stories, boy. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a good one. So Breed was doing the Clark Atlanta University, and Breed was doing the homecoming, and he was going to perform "Gotta Get Mine, Gotta Get Yours," and Tupac had just had the shootout, and he wasn't nowhere around. And then so when Breed was at the CAU and you know everybody's there, all of a sudden when he's playing his music, Pac comes out. And he comes out, he does
Showed
his
up.
verse, he showed out. He had the Pac was walking around at one time with bandages on and things like that. He'll come to the club, to the well, we're moving fast.
Yeah.
When he did the CAU with Breed, and the police was on the side of the stage they wanted to, you know, arrest Pac. And when Pac did his verse, he jumped into the crowd and the people windsurfed him to the front door. And he left.
So it was packed.
Packed. He jumped in the crowd and they windsurfed him right on out of there because they knew the police was on both sides. Like, yeah, you get off this stage, we taking you down. Yeah. And so, you know, that was Tupac. Then we had the Platinum House, the club. Another friend of mine, he had the club, him and his wife, and I used to work at the club. And so Tupac would come into the club all the time, like even when we were closed. It's like I'm going to the Platinum House, so he'll come up there. Come in the club and just stand in the middle of the dance floor and just let all of the girls just crowd around him and start dancing.
So wait, Mark, you gotta take me through this. This is interesting, right? So Pac, was his energy such when he would come into these spots like that, the women just loved him?
Loved him, but he had high energy.
Okay.
So that means a lot of you know, high energy. Want to argue, fight.
Okay, so he was angry. It's seemingly like he got into a lot of altercations.
I didn't like hanging out with him.
Okay.
To say it in so many words, I would be like, man, it's too much. He's too fiery. You know, I don't want to go to the club. I don't want to be arguing with people in the street for no reason. You know, so that's just how he was. Very liberal, boisterous, very strong in character. But sometimes what I learned from him is you don't always have to voice your opinion. You could sometimes keep your opinion to yourself and just actually work it out. Do it. Let people see you bringing that change by actually doing what you're doing instead of talking about it. Don't talk about it, just do it.